said, be you, be beautiful. How exactly can women be more confident? Because confidence does get you more opportunities, especially in the workplace. How can they, have more confidence, more step, more rhythm when they're taking opportunities?
I think when you enter any room, you should actually believe in yourself.
Amen.
So anything you do, you believe in yourself and you'll be able to surpass it. The next thing is understanding that you have to learn as you go. You'll never know everything. So as you bring out your confidence, don't be held down by people knowing more than you. Learn, grow. And that is what will get you to the leadership, to the top of the tier, because you'll be ever evolving. Don't be afraid to not evolve. Don't be just a mother. Don't be just a brother, sister. Don't be just who you think you are in terms of your status. You should be a holistic person. So always believe that you are able to move through this. In terms of what we are in the beauty section, we really are trying to explain to women that not only is it in terms of taking care of yourself from a skincare product area, it's also taking care of yourself mentally, physically, and also spiritually, so that you're able to balance your life. But far most is that we have been taught to take care of ourselves in terms of skincare, but we're not able to really dig in depth into it. We have not been able to explore it as African women. We are just top level, paka mafuta uende.
Yeah.
Okay? So we have come to the point where we are incorporating ingredients that are really good for our skin. We're incorporating science. We are making women come up with the products. So you'll find innovation from our products are made by women and concentrated by women, formulated by women, and thought through by women.
Right.
So it is something that we are creating that is actually serving a need for the women of Africa.
Right.
So we're really proud of that.
Right. And I'm glad you brought that up, because I'd love to hear from you two ladies. There is cyberbullying.
Yes.
And quite recently on Twitter, there was a conversation where someone disclosed the amount that she uses on her skincare. And it was met with a lot of backlash.
Yeah.
And people were like, how dare you use that amount of money on skincare? And you said that, it's probably surface level at this particular juncture, and maybe it's an African thing. Paka mafuta utoke. But how exactly can we change this narrative? Because it's self-care at the end of the day. Maybe Alice, you could tell us this.
Okay, I think in this country we have a culture of wanting to be quite meddlesome into people's affairs.
Right.
And I think by all standards that's quite unfair. It's a culture that is ingrained in us to always want to bully people and to bring them down without having proper basis, and sometimes just wanting to want to control other people's lives and how they live their lives. It's unfair, and of course I would really want to distance myself from anyone who is propagating such. I think it's always good to let people be. What they can afford is really up to them. And so again, that brings to the fore the question of classism, because there are people who can afford that top tier amount of makeup. Then there are other people who cannot afford that. So how do we bring these two people together and to make sure that there is no conflict between them? I think really the answer is anyone should be comfortable where they are. Right. If I can afford mafuta ya 200, then let me be happy with that mafuta ya 200. And then I aspire that maybe one day I'll also be able to buy mafuta ya 20,000.
Right.
You see? Then the other thing I would also want to say is that skin color or maybe your affordability for certain beauty products should not be a basis for you to invite any kind of sexualized attacks online and offline. You see, like for us women who are of light complexion, there is always this kind of stereotype, especially by people with low consciousness. And so every time you pass, they find that it's an avenue for them to catcall you.
Right.
We're brownie, and that's really disheartening. I mean, it's crazy. Sometimes, like for me, when I was in politics, I mean, I attracted a lot of, very informal and discourteous type of names just out of my skin complexion. So I really want to say that people need to be very accommodative of everyone. in the society, and you really have no control and you have no idea and no amount of power to change who a person is, accept them as they are.
Accept them as they are.
Yes.
Maybe if you could just tell us,